Welcome to my complete Squarespace tutorial for beginners, where we're going to learn website design from scratch. If you've never built or managed a website before, don't worry, you're in the right place. In this tutorial, we'll cover everything from creating an account to choosing a template, building pages, adding content, selling products, creating and managing email marketing campaigns, optimizing for SEO, integrating third-party apps, purchasing a domain, and more. Each chapter is packed with examples, on-screen demos, tips, and best practices. Here's our plan for the video. You'll find the timestamps right here so you can jump to any section you need. Oh, and a quick heads up. If you want to try Squarespace, use my link in the description. It takes you straight to the homepage where you can sign up for a free account. No credit card needed. You'll not only get access to a 14-day free trial, but you'll help support the channel and get to play around with many of the tools I'll walk you through in this video. And one last thing before we get started, throughout this video, I'll be using the fictional example of the flickering flame, a candle making business. All right, let's get started. Chapter number 1, signing up and initial onboarding. Logging in, go to squarespace.com and click login, or get started if you don't have an account yet. Enter your email and password. If it's your first time, you'll be prompted to create a new site. The first thing Squarespace asks you is what kind of website you're building. For the flickering flame, we'll search for candles and select it from the drop-down lists. I strongly recommend using the search function to find the most accurate description of the website you're planning to build. Spending the time now to be specific and tailor your requirements will save you time later. Next, Squarespace will ask you what you want to do with your website. For my business, I'll select sell products, showcase work expertise, publish a blog or other media, send invoices, promote a physical business, sell services, and offer a contact form. Again, take the time to answer this carefully and thoughtfully. Squarespace will use these answers to customize your experience, so please don't click everything. Only select features you will actually want to use for your website. You'll be prompted to either sign in or create a new account. You can use an email, Google login, or if you click more options, your Apple ID or Facebook account. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete your account registration. Once you're all set up, Squarespace will now open something called the blueprints. This is where you'll need to give your site a name. Don't worry, this can be changed later. When selecting your brand personality, carefully weigh your options, as each personality will utilize different colors, styles, and fonts. Most importantly, it will also affect the tone of voice Squarespace's generative AI will use to write content. In other words, this will define the look and feel of your site. For my business, I'll use friendly. Now, you'll have the option to build your homepage. Don't spend a lot of time worrying about this page. If you think you'll use a section, then include it. They can be easily deleted later. For this tutorial, I will not use any pre-built homepage sections. Instead, I will show you how to build a homepage from the ground up. Next, you can opt to include a few common pages on your website. I'll choose to stick with the recommended settings on this page, and I advise you do the same. You'll be able to add new pages later, so don't worry. On the next page, Squarespace will recommend going with a color palette that reflects the personality you chose earlier. However, you still have the option to choose a different one. I prefer the last friendly option, so that's the one I'll choose. Last but not least, you'll need to choose a font pairing. You can change this later, so I'll just go with the one of the friendly fonts. After you hit finish, it may take a few seconds, but you'll eventually arrive at the setup guide. Now, before we start customizing our website, let's take the time to understand Squarespace's dashboard and menus. Chapter number 2, Dashboard and Menus Overview. Once logged in, you will land on the setup guide. The setup guide is not the dashboard. To navigate to the dashboard proper, click on your account icon in the bottom left. This is the dashboard where you can view all the websites you have with Squarespace. You can also manage the website settings by clicking on the 3 dots right here. This is also where you can manage your domains. Select domains and you'll be brought to this page. Remember where to find this page. We'll be visiting it later. Let's return to the dashboard and hovering over our website's homepage, click Go to Website. Exploring the interface. On the left side, you'll see the main menu, a vertical toolbar with sections like website, products and services, content and memberships, etc. Don't worry if this sounds like a lot. Here's a quick rundown. Website. This is where you'll manage the organization, design, and optimization of your website. Since this is the place you'll be spending most of your time, let's take a closer look at each of the subsections here. Pages. This is where you create and manage all your website pages, including your homepage, about page, services page, and contact page. Pages are divided into main navigation, pages that show in your site's menu, and not linked, pages that exist but are not in the menu. We'll see this in action in a minute. Styles. This is where you can change your site's theme, switch between different fonts and color schemes, use different buttons, and customize forms. Under Miscellaneous, you can add and manage animations, tweak spacing, and oversee images. Assets. This is where you will manage your logo, as well as all the images and videos on your site. If you want to use the same image on multiple pages, such as blog posts, product pages, or featured items, you'll want to save it here. SEO. The SEO tab is where you will manage your site's search engine optimization. I'll walk you through this later in the video. Okay, back to the main sections. Products and services. This is where you'll add new products, manage orders, apply or remove discount codes, and configure payment integrations. Content and memberships, where you'll build and manage subscriber-only contents. Scheduling, optional but powerful. This lets clients book appointments directly through your site, add them to your Google Calendar, and more. Donations, where you can accept donations or manage fundraisers. Invoicing, manage order invoices, and set up projects for potential clients. Email campaigns. This is where you'll create and manage marketing campaigns, send out newsletters, and set up automations to streamline the process. Contacts, where you'll view existing contacts, customers, or create forms to generate new leads. Analytics, see who visits your site, what they do, where they come from, and what they buy. You'll also be able to see how your keywords are performing. And finally, finance, another place to view orders as well as collect payments. In the bottom left, click on the 3 squares and the plus sign icon that's sandwiched between Help, the question mark, and Settings, the gear icon. You'll have the option to toggle off many of the toolbar options we just looked at. For now, I'll keep them enabled, but remember that this is always an option. Click the X in the upper left to close this window. Navigating all the different menus can be tricky, even for seasoned users. If you ever get lost, just click the Squarespace logo in the upper left corner to return to this page. Also, pro tip, if you can't find a specific setting, press the / key on your keyboard. A search bar appears to help you locate anything in the Squarespace menu. You can also use the search function by clicking on the magnifying glass in the upper left. In the center of the screen, you will see Get Started Suggestions. If you want, you can choose to jump right in by clicking on any of the arrows. We won't worry about this checklist today, but if you get lost or need a point of reference, these will always be here. And we're done with this page. Let's start customizing your website. To access the homepage, navigate to Website, Pages, and under Not Linked, select Home. With your home screen selected, click Edit to start customizing your website. Don't worry if you're a bit overwhelmed. You just logged in for the first time and already got a peek at all the tools at your fingertips. You're doing great. Now, let's move on and actually start building. Chapter number 3, Editor Walkthrough, Header Customization, and Page Editing. Along the top of this page, you'll see options to save or exit the page. Always make sure to click Save when you've made changes you're happy with. Undo and redo buttons. Adjust page settings and publication status by clicking on the information in the center. View your website on desktop and mobile. Desktop view should be enabled by default, and you'll want to stay there since it's easier to work with. However, since at least 60% of website traffic comes from mobile devices, always make sure your pages are optimized for mobile. The paintbrush icon opens your site's style, which lets you adjust themes, fonts, colors, buttons, forms, and more. If this menu looks familiar, that's because we opened it in the previous section. Click Close to return to your homepage. Now that you understand the page layout, let's get started by customizing the header. Site title and logo. While your site name will already be displayed, you'll need to upload your logo. Hover over the header and click Edit Site Header. you'll want to double click on your site's name and click the plus sign under logo image. While you'll want to upload your logo from your computer, I'll choose select from library to walk you through the process. After selecting your logo, you'll have the option to adjust its height for desktop and mobile. You can also choose to upload a logo optimized for mobile by selecting Add Mobile Logo towards the bottom of the menu. I will remove this image and use the default logo created by Squarespace instead. Navigation setup. Let's stay in the header and I'll show you how to customize your site's navigation menu. We currently have Shop, Services, About, Contact, and Cart. Let's add a new one called Accounts. Click Add Elements and Enable Accounts. Now, let's try adding a page without that shortcut. You'll want to save your changes and then click Exit. Ensure that Website is open and then select Pages. Click the plus icon next to Main Navigation and choose what type of page to add. Pro tip, not all pages should be added under Main Navigation. You can add pages to the Not Linked section for things like legal pages such as privacy policy and terms, or any page you don't want displayed in the navigation menu. They'll still exist and even be accessible via direct URL or buttons on other pages, but they won't clutter the navigation menu. For example, to add a blog, click the plus icon and select Blog from the menu. Select a pre-designed blog page layout from the available options and wait for the page to open. Depending on the template you choose, the blog will have a different name. Let's rename it. When the page opens up, click the gear icon. Make sure to change the page title, the navigation title, and update the URL. For my company, I'll use the Illuminated Life. When you've made the changes, click Save in the upper left. Let's head back to Pages. To reorder the navigation menu, you can drag pages up or down in the list. For instance, I'll drag my blog to the bottom of the list and the navigation menu has been reordered. With our blog added, the nav menu looks quite cluttered. Let's fix that. Click the Edit button, hover over the header, click Edit Site Header, and select Edit Design. Under Layout, I'll pick the third option. There we go. All that needs to be done now is adjust the link spacing so all my elements fit on one line. As always, click Save when you're done. Within a couple of minutes, you have set your site's menu. Awesome. Let's dive into building out the homepage. Chapter number 4, building the homepage. My homepage is currently open in the Fluid Engine. What is Fluid Engine, I hear you asking? Well, that is Squarespace's drag and drop page editor. It's grid-based, meaning you can place items pretty much anywhere in the page, and it gives you tons of design flexibility. Let's break it down. First up, we got sections. So each page is made up of horizontal blocks called sections. These stack vertically on the page. You can have different backgrounds, layouts, or content in each one. Then we have blocks. Inside each section, you add blocks. These are your actual content elements like text, buttons, images, forms, video embeds, etc. And then we got grid layout. The grid lets you place blocks freely, snap them into place, and resize them. While Squarespace's grid layout still allows for considerable flexibility, it can also be restrictive. We will see how soon. Pro tip, press the G key on your keyboard while editing to toggle the display lines on and off. This is a great way to keep things aligned and tidy. I'll guide you through adding and customizing several common sections to our homepage. Make sure you're in editing mode, and let's get to it. Add a banner image and headline. To get started, click Add Section. Under Intro, select a template that fits your brand. I will select this one. The background image doesn't work, so we will change that. Hover over it and click Edit Section. It will appear in the top left of the section. In the section settings, find Background Image Settings. Click to replace the image. Squarespace allows you to upload an image or select from a library of free, high-quality stock photos. I will choose to browse stock images and find one that fits my business. You also have the option to upload a video or choose an art background. Stick with an image for now. Once your image uploads, it will automatically become the new section background. To tweak the image, scroll down in the section settings. Image Effect lets you apply a filter. For the next setting, always use Full Bleed so the image automatically resizes. Overlay Opacity lets you lighten or darken the image. Now, let's edit the headline text banner. Click once on the headline text and you'll have the ability to change the text. For my business, I'll use something like luxurious handcrafted candles for all occasions. Whatever you write here, keep it short and friendly. Importance: be careful. The text box is very finicky, so make sure the text editor is open before you start making any changes. Whether you've selected the text block or the text itself, a toolbar will pop up regardless. Ensure you have a toolbar that allows you to change text styles, including bold and italic. Add a call to action button. On a homepage banner, you'll want a button that leads somewhere, like Shop Now or Browse Products. If the template already has a button, double-click to edit the text, e.g. change Make It to Shop Candles. If there isn't one, I'll show you how to add a button block. Hover over the banner and click Add Block in the top left. Choose Button from the block menu. A new button will appear. Drag it under the text. Since I already had a button, I'll go ahead and delete this one. Under the button settings, click Attach Link. Select the shop page from the content link picker and click off the section. Be sure to save your changes as you now have a button that'll take visitors directly to your shop. Adding a text and image section. This will serve as a quick About Us section. Click the blue Add Section button at the bottom of the intro section. Rather than import another template, let's make a simple one from scratch. Choose Add a Blank section. This is where you'll want to introduce your brand. Let's add an image on one side and text on the other. Click Add Block and choose Image. Click the plus sign to add an image of your most popular product from your computer. In my case, I'll select a stock image instead. Next, add a text block. Click Add Block and choose Text. Click and drag it to the other side of the grid. Place the text box either to the left or right of the image, so they sit side by side. Inside the text box, type a short about blurb for your business. For example, I'll use Flickering Flame began with a love for warm, comforting spaces. Our candles are handcrafted with natural soy wax and high-quality oils, ensuring each flame brings a smile. We believe in sustainable, relaxing living, one candle at a time. You can style this text using the toolbar until you get it just right. Depending on the size of your text, you'll want to adjust your image accordingly. Click on the image and drag the corners of the blocks to resize. Use the grid to help keep things aligned. I'll go ahead and add another text block to give this section a title. I'll go with Why Flickering Flame? Spending the time to make any fine adjustments and get everything looking just right. Adding a testimonial section. Customer testimonials are a great way to establish trust. So let's add a new section highlighting some of your great reviews. Under your About Us section, click Add Section. Let's use a pre-designed layout this time. Open Testimonials and pick something that catches your eye. I'll go with this one. You'll want to customize this section with actual reviews of your business, but you'll have a great starting point. Let's go ahead and add a form so your customers can subscribe to your newsletter. Adding a newsletter sign-up form. Getting people to sign up for a monthly newsletter is a great way to drive engagement, build your community, and gather information for future email marketing campaigns. Under your new testimonial section, click Add Section and open Forms. There are only two options to choose from for a newsletter. I'll go with this one. First things first, the annoying banner at the bottom of the picture has to go. So I'll click on it and select the red trash can. Importance: while it's easy to add or delete new sections, blocks, and elements to your website, be careful you don't delete something by accident. While you can always undo any mistake with the undo arrow, it is better to be safe than sorry. Alright, let's get started by changing the default image. You know the drill. Double-click the image, select Replace, and import an image from your computer or browse stock images. Spend the time to adjust the image. With that done, let's go ahead and change the form's text. Double-click on it and switch the title to something like Subscribe for Updates. I'll also change the description to something more interesting to potential customers, such as Be the first to know about new candles and sales. You don't need to worry about a disclaimer for emails, so let's scroll down to the bottom. You'll want to enable Require Name field so you can personalize emails during later campaigns. You'll also want to open Post Submit where you can make changes to the thank you message. Switch to design to change the layout and alignment of the form. You'll also have the option to add and customize a background to the form. I recommend keeping it simple and moving on. Finalizing the footer. With your last section added, hover over the footer and click Edit Site Footer. I recommend adding your business's logo here at the bottom, or at the very least, its name. You'll also want to remove the Made with Squarespace banner by clicking on the red trash can to give your site a more professional look. You'll also want to fill out the location and contact so customers can easily get in touch. Something you'll definitely want to add, however, are your business's socials. To do that, click Add Block and select Socials at the bottom of Basic. You'll have to enter your social manually. Luckily, it's pretty easy. Move the box to the bottom center of the footer and double-click on it. Under Content, click Add Social Link. Copy and paste your business's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok URLs into the box. And after each one, press the Enter key on your keyboard. When you have all your business's socials added, you can rearrange them by clicking Edit and dragging and dropping the icons. Click Done. To make the icons look a little better, switch to Design. Adjust the border, alignment, and size of the icons to better fit your site's aesthetic. With your footer complete, you've built a complete homepage. But we're not done yet. Make sure to save your progress before we continue with the next step. Using Mobile Preview, we've added a lot of content to the homepage. Now, let's check out how it looks like on mobile. To preview mobile, click the phone icon in the top right of the editor. You'll see your site in a narrow mobile view. Scroll through it. Although it'll mirror your desktop, there will probably be some alignments and formatting issues. If so, then go ahead and fix these. Don't worry, any mobile-specific changes, like repositioning blocks, won't mess up the desktop design. Squarespace keeps them completely separate. Everything looking good in mobile? Great. Click the desktop icon to go back to the main editor. Now, hit Save to save all your edits. You're well on your way to creating a personalized website for your brand. Click the Squarespace icon in the upper left to return to the setup guide. Now, it's time to do something with our blog. Chapter number 5, adding a blog post. Now, you might be wondering if your business really needs a blog, and the answer is yes. Blogs are a great way to establish topical authority, find potential customers, and boost your site's reputation in the eyes of search engines like Google. So, let's get started, shall we? Add a blog page. We already added a blog page under main navigation earlier. Go to Website, Pages, Main Navigation, and click on Blog in your Pages panel. Let's create a new blog by clicking the plus icon next to Blog Contents. Look at the left side when on the blog page, and you will see a panel called Blog Overview. Let's begin by deleting all the sample posts. Fill in the boxes, click Delete, and Confirm. To create a new post, click the plus icon next to Blog Contents. Here's our new draft. While the layout will vary from page to page, we will use sections and blocks to create the blog. Write the post. Give your blog a title. For me, I'll use How We Make Our Candles. Below that, you'll see an area to add content. Go ahead and write a short intro. I'll go with, have you ever wondered how a flickering flame candle is made? It all begins with careful melting of pure, natural soy wax, which serves as the foundation for our candles. As the wax transforms from solid to liquid, we infuse it with thoughtfully selected essential oils that add enchanting aromas. Your blog should be a place to give your customers a behind-the-scenes look at your business. So spend the time to create detailed, engaging, and insightful content. Let's also add an image to the post and make it visually engaging. Click where you want to insert an image. I'll do this after the text. Add an image block by clicking the blue plus and find the right image. You can also create a gallery for customers to browse through or embed a video that showcases what you're talking about. You'll want to resize your media, wrap it around text, and so on. Make it look professional. You'll be able to add new blocks as needed. Once your post is complete, you'll need to manage its settings by clicking on the day in the upper left corner. Blog post settings, SEO. Here, you can set specific post parameters to help boost visibility. Under Contents, for example, you can choose a featured image that'll appear on Google. You can also write an excerpt to describe the post. I'll use behind the scenes of our candle making from soy wax to scented bliss. Under options, you'll have the ability to view the post's status, whether it's a draft, scheduled to be published, or already live. You can also set tags and categories to group similar blogs together. For example, 2 tags from my blog could be candles and behind the scenes, and a category could be our process. You can also enable or disable comments for the post and choose to set an expiration date by which people must comment. SEO is where you can optimize your title and description for a search engine results page, SERP. We won't dwell on this too much, just know what it is here. Social image and share allow you to further adjust blog settings, how it is shared, how it appears in a message, etc. Location lets you insert a Google map for your business at the bottom of the page. Publishing the posts. When ready, click Save. You then have 2 options I hinted at in the previous section: publish immediately or schedule for later. Publishing immediately is simple. Just select Publish from the drop-down menu in the top left. To schedule it for later, select Schedule. You'll be able to set a day and time for the blog to become available. The date displayed in the top left of the page where we access blog post settings will update automatically. And there you have it. Your first blog post is live. Head back to your homepage, click on whatever you named your blog page in the navigation menu, and you should now see your blog listed. After you click it, you see the full article with your content and images. Great job. Pro tip: maintaining a blog can help improve your SEO and engage your audience. Try to post regularly, even if it's just short updates. Consistency is key for blogging success. Now that you have a blog, let's add something to sell. Chapter number 6, adding a product page. We had Squarespace create a store page when we generated your website. Under Website, Pages, Main Navigation, click on Shop. Get started by deleting all placeholder products, just as we did with the temporary blogs. Fill in the boxes, click Delete, and confirm. Since we're first getting started, there'll be a pop-up with a big Add Product button on the left-hand side of your screen. That'll work for now, but in the future, you'll want to click the plus icon next to All at the top of the page. Click Add Product. It will ask what kind: physical, digital, service, etc. I'll be choosing physical. Now, you'll get a product editor. Product details. Enter the product name, Lavender Calm Candle, and upload an image by clicking Add Image. Don't worry about adding more images. For now, you only need one. Click Next. Next is price. I will use $30. You can always change the currency or formatting in settings, but I will default to USD. You can either choose to keep unlimited stock enabled or flip it off and manually enter your stock. While manual is the safer option, it'll also require frequent management. I'll flip it off and set the stock to 100. Once you're done, click Add More Details. Adding a description. You'll want this to be a few sentences long, ideally using relevant keywords, e.g., our lavender calm candle fills your bedroom with a gentle aroma of fresh lavender. Hand poured with 100% natural soy wax, this candle features a calming scent profile that promotes relaxation and a better night's sleep. You can also choose to customize the item's button, text, or add additional info. Skip forms. Product images. Click the images section and upload multiple high-quality photos and videos of your products. This first image will be the main display image. Pro tip: beautiful product images are crucial for an online store. Take high-quality photos with good lighting and don't hesitate to use mockups. Get a professional involved. Scrolling through the product editor, you will see another field for stock. Skip it unless you're making any changes. Variants. This is where you can add any variations of your products, such as size, shape, color, scents, etc., to your store. I'll create an 8-ounce and a 16-ounce variant. Click Add. I'll set the option to size. Under Variants, I'll type 8OZ. Hit Enter on my keyboard and then type 16OZ, hitting Enter again. With those 2 variants added, hit Save. After that, you'll see the ability to set the price and stock for each variant under Inventory. Shipping and handling. Called Fulfillment, this is where you can input the weight and dimensions of your product and its variants. This will help calculate shipping during checkout. This is not mandatory, but you absolutely should fill it out. Organization. Like blogs, there are 2 ways to group products: categories and tags. Categories are designed for the customer-facing or front end of your website. Tags are designed for the back end of your website. For example, I could create the category scented candle and add this item to it. Tags are more advanced and are something I will not be covering in this tutorial. Selling tools. This enables you to designate a product as a featured product, e.g., one that may show up when customers are browsing other products. Related products provides the option to link products together, such as those frequently bought together. You can choose to display items from shared categories. Product reviews requires us to leave the editor and is outside the scope of this video. With all that done, go ahead and hover over Save. Make sure to click Publish so it is visible. Now, your shop page shows this product listed. If you click the image, you'll be directed to the product page details, featuring the description, images, variants, and an Add to Cart button. Repeat this process a few times, and you'll have a proper store in no time. Important note, to actually accept payments, you'd later need to connect a payment processor like Stripe or PayPal in commerce settings, and upgrade to at least a business plan. But adding products is free to practice in trial. Alright, now that you know how to list a product, it's time to try to sell it. Hit the back arrow in the upper left a couple of times until you see the Squarespace logo. Go ahead and click on it. Now I'll show you how to add additional functionality to your website with integrations. Chapter number 7, Integrations. Integrations in Squarespace let you connect your website to other tools and services like email marketing platforms, payment processors, calendars, and more. This helps you automate tasks, collect leads, and grow your business without extra tech headaches. Finding the integration menu. There are 2 ways to access the integration menu. I will show you the easiest route. Click the gear icon in the bottom left corner to open settings. Click on third-party tools. Connected accounts refers only to social media platforms. To add other apps, click extensions. Here, you will see a list of official third-party services that Squarespace supports natively. Popular integrations include email marketing, MailChimp, Google Workspace, or ActiveCampaign. Payment processors, Stripe, PayPal, or Square to accept payments. And analytics, add Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel to track performance. For example, I'll show you how to install Printify, an app designed to help you ship custom products. Scroll down the page until you see the app, or search for it by clicking on the header, Inventory and Products. Click Connect. You'll be prompted to log in. After that, you'll complete a few steps granting Printify permission to share your data with Squarespace. Except for payment processors and banking apps, integrating most apps will be that easy. Alright, now that you know how to add third-party apps, let's take a closer look at how to market your business using some of Squarespace's built-in tools. Chapter number 8, Announcement Bar, SEO, and Email Campaigns. Squarespace has great built-in marketing tools to help you promote your site and communicate with visitors. We'll cover 3 key ones: an announcement bar, basic SEO settings, and an email campaign example. Announcement bar. This is a thin banner that appears at the top of your site to highlight important news or promotions, e.g., 15% off all candles with code WELCOME15, or new candles launching on March 20th. From website, go to Pages and open Marketing Tools at the bottom. Open Announcement bar. Toggle it on and add a message, e.g., 15% off with code WELCOME15. This week only, shop now. With that done, look at the top of your site. You should now see the announcement sitting there. You can turn it off at any time or change the text for new promotions by following the same steps. Important note, to use the announcement bar, you'll need to upgrade to the core plan. This is the recommended plan, and it is also the plan needed to automatically calculate shipping and handling. SEO settings for your homepage. Let's make sure your site is discoverable. Squarespace auto-generates pretty SEO-friendly pages, but it's good to customize titles and descriptions. Go to Pages, hover over Home, and click the gear icon to open settings. Go to the SEO tab. Here, under Search Results Preview, you can set an SEO title and description for the homepage by clicking Edit Website SEO Settings. This will bring up the SEO window. Under Tools to manage your optimization, click Search Appearance. This window should look familiar. We saw something nearly identical when creating our blog page. Here is where you can set your SEO title, e.g. flickering flame, handcrafted candles for a cozy home, and SEO description. Flickering Flame offers handmade soy candles with natural fragrances. Create a warm and relaxed atmosphere in your home with our artisanal candles. Shop online and discover your next favorite scents. Click Save in the upper right. SEO is something you'll want to manage over the long term, but investing a little effort now will help your website get off to a good start. Email campaign newsletter setup. Squarespace has its own email campaigns platform that lets you design and send emails to subscribers, like those who sign up via that newsletter block we added on the homepage. Let's create a quick example campaign. Click Email Campaigns on the left. While there are many different types of campaigns you can run, let's click Select a Template. I'll use the Grow Well template. After clicking Use this template, you'll open the email editor that more or less resembles the page editor. You can drag and drop text, images, and buttons. For example, click on the header, delete the text, and under Logo, or Images if you haven't set a site logo, upload your logo. After replacing the image with something more suitable, let's turn our attention to the text box. Let's keep the first in line and add, here's a special welcome offer. Use code WELCOME15 for 15% off your first candle. Let's delete everything else except the footer. Now, let's add a new button block by clicking the plus icon and selecting button. I'll change the text to Save Now. To change the button's color, as well as the section color, simply click the button and on the right, adjust the style to your heart's contents. I recommend doing the same with all the other sections as well. Turn this template into something that represents your business by using Site Palette under Section Color. Alright, it is time to start editing the email itself. In the upper right corner, click Email. This is where you will set the subject of the email, e.g. Welcome to Flickering Flame. Here's 15% off. You can manage the sender and recipients under To and From. For example, click Unique Recipients. Under Smart Lists, select New Subscribers. That way, this email will only be sent to those who have just signed up. Click Back. Under Sender Details, click Add Sender. You'll want this to be your business's name, e.g. The Flickering Flame, or your name as the owner. After adding in an email address, ideally one associated with your domain, click Next. Go to the associated email, find the message from Squarespace email campaigns, and copy and paste the code into the field. Click Next to verify your email and click OK. And there you go. With a paid plan, you'll be able to send a test email to make sure everything is functioning properly. But with the free trial, you'll have to click back in the upper left to save this as a template. Pro tip, if you're going to sign up for a plan, consider setting up a simple automated welcome email for new subscribers. Squarespace email campaigns allow you to build automated workflows with any subscription. This way, anyone who signs up receives a warm welcome and possibly a discount code. It's a small touch that can turn subscribers into customers. We've now covered some marketing basics, an announcement bar for on-site promotion, SEO settings, and email campaigns for outreach. Now, let's look at how to make the most out of Squarespace's built-in AI writer and a few things to keep in mind as you're designing your website. Chapter number 9, AI tool and design tips. Using Squarespace's AI writer. Are you stuck writing a product description or an about page intro? Well, Squarespace now has an integrated AI content generator to help. For example, remember our product Lavender Calm Candle? I already wrote a description, but let's see if AI can enhance it or provide new ideas. Go to Products and Services, Products to access it. Click on the image to edit the products. Then click into the description field and select the 3 floating dots. The AI will ask you what you need. For a product description, select Blurb. I'll finish the prompt by writing my handmade lavender calm candle. Press the Enter key on your keyboard and the AI will write a short product description. Not bad. You can use it as is, but I recommend tweaking it to match your voice. The AI tool can do this for any text block on your site, including blog posts, page content, product descriptions, and even email drafts. Pro tip, use AI to overcome writer's block, but remember, AI content is a starting point. Always review and edit it so it sounds like you, and to ensure it is accurate. This also keeps your content authentic and SEO friendly. Completely AI written text may sound robotic or be detected by search engines. Think of it as a helpful draft generator. Background visuals and icons. To make sections stand out, consider adding background colors or images to enhance their visual appeal. We touched on the banner background image, but you can also add subtle color backgrounds to sections. Go back to your homepage, hover over the About Us section, click Edit section, and select Colors. You'll be able to switch between the colors for your template. Just don't go too crazy. Consistency is key. Saving sections for reuse. Did you create a section you really love and want to use on another page? Instead of rebuilding it, you can save it as a template. Hover over the section you want to save and click the heart icon. This will save the section in the Save Sections tab of the section editor. This is a huge time saver and helps maintain design consistency, especially across different pages. Double check mobile design. We've reviewed the mobile version of the homepage, but after adding more content, blogs, products, etc., revisit your site in mobile view again. Ensure the header looks okay, the logo is not cut off and the menu button is visible, and the sections stack nicely. Make sure to check every single page on your website with the mobile viewer. With those tips and tricks out of the way, let's quickly see how you can monitor your website's analytics and take the final steps before officially launching. Chapter number 10, Analytics and Final Steps. Welcome to the final stretch. You'll want to monitor how your site is performing and ensure everything is as perfect as possible. Let's start with an overview of Squarespace's built-in analytics tools. Squarespace Analytics. Click Analytics in the left menu. This feature is available even on a trial plan, although some advanced metrics require a paid plan. The Analytics dashboard displays key information broken into 3 subsections: traffic, engagement, and sales. Traffic. Traffic provides a comprehensive view of total visits, unique visitors, bounce rates, keyword performance, and the geographic distribution of your customers, as well as page views over time. Since your site is brand new, you might not see much yet, maybe just your own visits, and that's okay. Over the coming days, check back to see if any visitors drop by. Perhaps you shared a link with your friends or two and announced your new site on your socials. Engagement. At a glance, engagement reveals how your customers discovered your website, the pages they visited, the duration of their visits, and whether they ultimately made a purchase. You'll learn which pages are performing well and which ones aren't. Pro tip: if a particular page or two is doing terribly, don't ignore them. Try to learn from them. Did I try a different page design? Am I using a different color palette? Are there broken links on this page? Ask questions, look for answers, and try solutions. Sales. This section allows you to view revenue, units sold, conversion rate, and other key metrics. Don't focus too much on a single data point. Instead, look at the bigger picture. What can you learn from broader sales trends? Now that you know your way around Squarespace's dashboard, there are a few things left you'll want to tackle. Connecting a domain. Your site is currently hosted on a Squarespace subdomain. For professional touch, you'll want a custom domain. For example, flickeringflame.com. You can purchase one through Squarespace. This step requires upgrading to a paid Squarespace plan, which comes with a free domain for a year if you purchase annually. Click the gear icon in the bottom left corner and open Domains and Email. Click Domains. You can choose to buy a new domain or connect to an existing domain by selecting Use a domain I own. Squarespace has a guide that walks you through either method. Regardless, follow the directions carefully. If you buy through Squarespace, the process is fairly automated. Pro tip: don't simply pick the cheapest option. If you're serious about your business, spend the money to get a proper domain, like .com, instead of a cheap, less reputable one and less popular one. Now, if you already own a domain, the process is a bit more involved. You'll need to update its DNS settings to point to Squarespace. Not too hard, but follow the on-screen instructions to ensure you set it up properly. Choosing a plan. To use a custom domain name, you will need to purchase a subscription. Squarespace has 4 plans. Basic for $16 a month, Core for $23 a month, Plus for $39 a month, and Advanced for $99 a month. For a blog or a personal site without a store, the basic plan will be good enough. If you're planning on selling anything through your website, then the core plan is a necessity because it enables discounts, calculates shipping and handling, and has much lower overall fees. Now, unless you're running a large business, the Plus or Advanced plans are going to offer more than you need. Now, Squarespace is always adding features. In this tutorial, we focused on the core concepts to get you started, but you have a whole world to explore. Maybe you'll try the Video Studio app to create promo videos, or dive into SEO settings more deeply using Squarespace's SEO checklists, or set up Squarespace scheduling, their built-in appointment booking system. There are Squarespace Help Center articles and forums for nearly any questions you might have along the way, so don't be afraid to use those resources. Final checklists. Here is a quick checklist to ensure your site is ready. Proofread all your texts, pages, blog, product descriptions. Typos happen to the best of us. Test your forms. Try submitting the newsletter form to see if it stores your email or sends a confirmation. Click all your links and buttons. Make sure none are broken or pointing to the wrong page. A broken link or a non-functioning button can cost you dozens of sales. If you have a friend handy, ask them to load the site on their phone or computer and provide feedback. Does it load quickly enough? Does everything make sense? Are there any typos that jump out at them? Sometimes fresh eyes can catch something you missed. If you set up a password during trial, remove it when you're ready for the world to see. Settings, site, availability, public. Alright, so you now have a solid foundation in Squarespace. You know how to navigate a dashboard, create a custom website tailored to your specific needs, navigate the menus, edit existing or build new pages using sections and blocks, lists products, manage your SEO, create email campaigns, harness Squarespace's built-in AI assistants and third-party apps, launch a custom domain, and view your website's analytics. There's always more to learn. As a beginner, the best way to learn is to use it. Start building your business's website today and refer back to the chapter of this tutorial whenever you need a refresher. Share this video or specific tips with anyone else involved so everyone stays on the same page. And finally, if you found this tutorial helpful, the best way to support my channel is by signing up for Squarespace using the link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.